Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Today is April 9th, 2025. I am your local 1000 president, Richard Lewis Brown. Let me say it for you again. I am still your local 1000 president, Richard Lewis Brown. Today is April 9th, 2025. I'm in downtown Sacramento. They've got you convinced. The so-called leadership of local 1000, the ones who are suspended, the ones who are misleading you, transgendering the truth. I am still your leader, and the truth will come out. And so where am I doing this video from? I am doing this video from downtown Sacramento, 914 Capitol Mall Avenue. What's at 914 Capitol Mall Avenue other than being on the west side of the Capitol? What is here is the third appellate district for the state of California. When you do appeals in the legal process, depending on what county you're in, you may go through the third appellate district court. I'm in Sacramento County. I have lost so far in the Sacramento Superior Courts. However, I have not lost faith in God through Jesus Christ. That is my strength. That is my salvation. So I have appealed a prayer, a plea. I have appealed to the third district, 1, 2, 3, for the Holy Trinity. I didn't make this up. This is what it is. Why? Because I am your duly elected local 1000 president. Don't let anyone tell you any difference. They're down here pretending by transgendering the truth that they care for you, that they're fighting to keep you from returning back to work under an invalid, non-dated, non-signed contract. They're giving you an Oscar-winning performance in a B-rated movie. Let me say it for you again. They're giving you an Oscar-winning performance in a B-rated movie that doesn't make it to the Oscars because they lack sincerity in their lies. Because they were born to be liars, to deceive you and manipulate you. But now they've got you convinced that they had to remove me from office. That's a transgendered lie. I'm not trying to assault the gay community. I'm telling you what is right and what is wrong is wrong. And what they're doing to you is they're transgendering the lie, convincing you that they're down here fighting for you when they don't even have a valid contract because I'm still your local 1000 president. If you had a valid contract, I would have signed and dated it as the president of local 1000. But they think you're stupid. They think you don't know any better. And unfortunately, some of you don't know any better. Unfortunately, some of you may have a low self-esteem and you're suffering from Stockholm syndrome. In other words, they've kidnapped you. You're already a slave, but now they've really added more weight behind the slave by calling you, quote, a public servant to make you feel good about your slavitude. Slaves entertaining in unity. In other words, SEIU, slaves entertaining in unity on behalf of the Democratic Party. Does that make me a Republican? I am not a Republican. I used to be a Democrat. I left. I left the party because when they had the illegal board meeting that I warned them about to not have, or they could face consequences, they held it at the Democratic headquarters under the direction of Gavin Newsom. That's the governor of the state of California. If they don't like what I'm saying, take me back to court. We're already in court. See, I'm not afraid to go to court because I have my dignity, I have my self-worth, and I have a special destiny from God through Jesus Christ. If some of you don't like when I invoke God's holy name, then I respect your freedom of speech. I respect your freedom of religion. Whether you're Jewish, whether you're a Muslim, or any of the other faiths, I respect that. What I'm asking you to do is respect my belief in my God through Jesus Christ. I'm asking you to give me the opportunity to show you that the truth of righteousness will always be true from yesterday, today, and until tomorrow. It doesn't transform. It doesn't transgender. What is right and what is wrong is wrong. What does that really mean? That means that Local 1000 has lied to you. Local 1000 has lied to you over and over and over again. I am still your Local 1000 president. And now I'm doing this video from the 3rd Appellate District because that's where those 8 appeals are. 8 appeals. And the number 8 has significance because I am from the 8th tribe. Let me say it for you again. I am from the 8th tribe. and therefore 8 appeals. This is just my part 1 of today's video. If you want a 21% pay increase, at a minimum, 21% pay increase across the board for everyone equally, whether you're black, white, whether you believe in God, whether you don't believe in God, whether you're transgender or not, it doesn't matter. I treat everyone in this union with the same level of respect that I treat myself. If you want a 21% pay increase, you want jail pay and COLA, you want permanent telework, and you want to guarantee that for the time period of this new contract that will be valid, that will be signed, that tells you the starting period and the ending period of a new contract, if you want to be guaranteed no job loss, then you want to reach out to me. I'm your only hope. I'm your only hope for justice in this state of California. All right, so this is part 1 of today's video, April 9th, 2025. I am Richard Lewis Brown. I am still your local 1000 president. Don't ever quit, because when you quit, that means you've lost. As long as you're still fighting, you haven't lost anything. All right, part 1. Thank you very much.